Good morning, world. This is Danette and Danette's Kitchen, and I just wanted to come to you with a quick Sunday minute of how to prepare for a pandemic. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, and I know a lot of people talk about fake news, but there is real news going on out there that in a variety of countries and different places that there has been a pandemic. Pan meaning many. Demic is part of the word epidemic. So there's been a number of people sick, and the signs and symptoms have been mimicking the flu, but it is not the flu. It's something much worse. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you a few tips on preparation in the event of a pandemic. I talk about preparation a lot on my channel, especially preparing food items and having emergency items. I'm not saying that you need to be stocked off like you're a mega superstore, but there are ways to dehydrate food and get food stored and compiled in a way that it doesn't take up a lot of your space and it doesn't impact your daily living. But as far as being prepared for a pandemic, if you hear that there's an outbreak in your area, number one, don't panic. Of course, that's the one thing that everybody's going to want to do, but please don't panic. You have to keep a clear mind and be able to focus on what you need to do to make it through this. Number two, have rubber gloves. They don't have to be black. They can be any color at all. But having rubber gloves and washing your hands frequently whenever you're out in the public, touching something, if you're on a bus or a train or whatever, where there's a lot of germs out there. Lots of people are coughing, hacking, spitting, sneezing, throwing up, you name it. So wash your hands whenever possible when you're out in those public situations. Hand sanitizer is okay, but then it's always good to go back and wash your hands later with soap and water. Number three, protective eyewear. Protective eyewear is important. I mean, these are my glasses, but they serve the same purpose as if you went to a hardware store and bought some eye goggles or whatever. But since I have glasses, that's what I use. It just prevents any head-on germs from coming directly into your eyes. As I said, people sneeze or whatever in your general direction. Those germs do fly, and they fly pretty quick, and they can fly into your eyes. So having some protective eyewear does help. Number four, face masks. If you are able to run out and get some face masks, these I get from the dollar store. I mean, and they really only cost $1. You get 10 of them in the pack for $1. It's like those that when you go to the hospital to visit a friend and they have all these hand sanitizing stations and face masks, they ask that if you're sick, even in the least amount, to grab one of those face masks out of the little thing on the wall and put it on. It's just a good thing to have as a backup, just in case you're in a situation where you need to cover up. And I see people on the light rail train that have the face masks on every day, because there are a lot of germs on the train. Number five, a scarf. A scarf is my backup item if I'm out of face mask, because, I like to share with family, especially like grandkids or whatever. If I'm out of face mask, I can have a scarf that I can put over my face. You don't want to look like you're Bonnie and Clyde going off to rob the bank, but if there's an announcement of a pandemic and you're out somewhere, you do want to cover your nose and mouth area, those porous areas where air can or germs can get in. So you do want to do that. In my state, there have already been 2 reported cases of the coronavirus, and as you're aware, you may be aware that there have been hundreds of cases in some other countries and some other cases in other states here in the United States. So that's why I mentioned these few things. It's just a quick video to give you a heads up on how to prepare for what's coming and what's already seems to be here. Don't run out in a panic and try to buy everything in the store. You know, when we prepare little by little, then we are in a safer place and we can be more confident and help others around us to be more confident too. Sometimes people will think you're crazy for being prepared or having dehydrated food or whatever, but preparation is important because you don't know what's coming up, and it's a good way to have what you need so that if something does come up, you don't have to run out in mass hysteria like everyone else. This is Danette from Danette's Kitchen, and be safe and have a good day. And keep an eye on the news this week, your local news, so that you can know if this virus is in your area, and be aware and be prepared.